It's January 24th, JLD here, and welcome to MSTR. Today in the Treasury Titans. Michael Saylor is tightening that tie. He's got a grin on his face because he knows what's coming. Obviously, nothing in this video is financial advice, but let's be honest. If you are following Bitcoin, if you are following strategy, you know what's inevitable. It's just a matter of time. And speaking of time, Michael Saylor wants us to do one thing: zoom out. Because during the Bitcoin standard era return, this is total, MSTR is up 1,202% to Bitcoin 650, to gold's 138, QQQ's 134, so on and so forth. So just sit back, relax, and zoom out, my friends, because it's time in the market, not timing this crazy, crazy markets. Michael Saylor posted the agenda for the Bitcoin Corporation's 2026 is live. This year, we focus on three pillars of the digital economy: digital capital, digital credit, and digital money. And guess what? I'm going to be here for this front row. I even think I posted, front row seat, because I am going to be tuned in, leaning in, looking forward to what's going on in the mind of Michael Saylor, in the mind of Fong Li, in the mind of strategy. What are they doing going forward? Of course, we know it's the digital capital to digital credit to digital money transformation strategy, sitting right in that middle section of digital credit to dominate. So I'm looking forward to seeing what Michael Saylor has to say when it comes to the corporation's reveal, the Bitcoin for Corporations agenda. Let's move on over to Strategy Maxi, who says bombshell in 2 weeks. $50 billion capital raise guidance through all ATMs, MSTR to double guaranteed. And then this is Strategy, who's also posting the fact that in less than 2 weeks before the Q4 2025 earnings call, mark your calendars. Believe me, my calendar is marked. I am ready to go. I can't wait for this. It's honestly my favorite event every 3 months. I just love to see what Saylor and his team are cooking. BitStrategy says, any sufficiently advanced technology is indistinguishable from magic. Arthur C. Clarke. I mean, honestly, what do you think people thought when they saw electricity for the first time? When you flipped a switch on a wall and across the room, a light went on? Like, that literally is nothing short of magic. And that is exactly what any sufficiently advanced technology is. It's indistinguishable from magic. And this is why people can't understand why Saylor is buying so much Bitcoin. To a layperson, it looks like a trick. Strategists understand it is reflexive accumulation. End of story. And I love how he put the orange tie on Arthur. Looks good on him for sure. Let's move on over to Adam Livingston. Imagine actually selling out of a generational wealth position because you bought the dilution FUD narrative. And this is how people are saying that Bitcoin per share doesn't matter. So please tell me how the 1x MNAV stock price rises the more Bitcoin an MSTR has. Why is the 1x MNAV price in May of 2022 less than the 1x MNAV price in March of 2023? And why is that price less than the 1x MNAV price in January of 2026? And why is the 2x MNAV price in September 2024 equal to the 1x MNAV price now? If you actually fell for the MSR dilution FUD, your bloodline doesn't deserve the glory because your genes selected for low intelligence. And guess what? That was a lot of words right there, but I think a picture is worth 1,000 words here. Look at where the 1x MNAV was back in middle of 2022. This is where we were at. And then guess what? The 1x MNAV in the beginning of 2023 was here. That means what the stock price was if the stock is trading at 1x MNAV. Here's where it's trading at 2x MNAV in the middle of 2024. And here at the beginning of 2026, this is what we're trading at 1x MNAV. That's what it means when you just continuously and relentlessly increase your Bitcoin per share. This is what happens. At a 1x MNAV in 2026, you've been essentially on a straight line up. And guess what? When the pendulum swings and 1.5 and 2x MNAV come, hang on tight, my friends. Strategy Maxi says a good investor has to invest for at least 5 years. If you cannot, it's not best for you. Go for stretch instead. And here's Michael Saylor zooming out again, just showing what's been happening in the Bitcoin standard era. We have Adam Livingston says Stretch is the best risk adjusted and headache adjusted fixed income in the world. Share it with the world. Let's just compare. Stretch is 11% deferred. Volatility drag is low. Headache factor, one click purchase. And guess what? This doesn't even include the fact that it's ROC, return of capital. Come on, Adam, add this in, brother. Return of capital, deferred tax for 10 years. That's insane. Treasuries, corp, REITs, rentals, S&P, altcoin. I mean, come on. All of these are completely different investments. And if you're looking just for complete yield, nothing even compares. Stretch is literally 3x better than anything else with so much less volatility and so many less headaches and risk. Strategy Maxi says, how do you say bullish on strategy? I'm curious. Negative 56% in 1 year is brutal. That is what volatility means. Can you handle volatility? And yes, guess what? We are down 56% on the year. And I really do feel for those individuals that bought at $543. I really do. Luckily, I was not one of them. Not because I didn't think it was a good price point at $543. I mean, I was caught up in the hype with everybody else, but I had already, invested my max as it was going up to that price point. So guess what? Volatility is vitality. I'm sitting here for 5 years, for 10 years. I want to be doing this show in 15 years from now. That's a goal of mine. It truly is. So let's just be on this for the ride. Chris says, Michael Saylor is forcing the entire financial system to recapitalize on a Bitcoin, and yet 99% of people have literally zero idea it's happening. I mean, this is what's insane. Michael Saylor, he's forcing the entire financial system to recapitalize onto Bitcoin, and yet 99% of people have literally zero idea it's happening. I just had a great sit down with like 4 financial intelligent individuals. And they were just talking the other day about this investment that we made a number of years ago in this company that's going really well. It's looking like they're going to have an exit liquidity event this year. So it was a good meeting. But then they started talking, for some reason, they brought it up, I didn't, about, what do you guys do with your cash? Like, I just have all my cash in treasury bills. And I'm like, you guys should check out Stretch. Like, Stretch is 11% ROC, like return of capital, like no taxes, deferred taxes for 10 years. They had never heard of it. It was blowing their mind. They were all trying to research it and understand it. But like, how does this work? Blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, I understand. You just don't get it yet. Because you can't just hear about something like that and immediately think that it's the perfect instrument, because you need to know more. And so hopefully they're going down a journey now where they're going to learn more. They're going to educate themselves, and they'll come around to this incredibly pristine opportunity of Stretch, this unbelievable opportunity of MSTR, which is, of course, built on Bitcoin. So let's move on over to Simon G, who says, excluding the United States, Japan is the country with the greatest increase in corporate Bitcoin holdings. Full report here. So I'm really bullish on Japan. I love it. You can see the blue is Japan here. Second, China. Then we have Canada. Then we've got Singapore, Hong Kong. Come on, Hong Kong. You should be stepping up here. Anyways, really happy to see it. Very bullish on Simon and Dylan, what they're doing with Meta Planets. I'm continuing to root for them. Looking forward to a big 2026 for them. It's going to be a fun ride. And Chris says, for all of you strategy bulls, here's an updated mind map for whenever you need a quick at-a-glance overview of the MSTR investment thesis. And here it is right here. Let's just keep it simple. You have strategy. What industry? Financials. The business model? Capture the spread between the cost of capital of Bitcoin's ARR. And they do that through Strife, Stretch, Stream, Strike, Stride, and MSTR. What's the moat? Brand recognition, monopoly, optionality. Michael Saylor has so much optionality. Positioning, visionary, which of course is Michael Saylor. The KPIs, the Bitcoin yield, the Bitcoin per share, and the Bitcoin holdings. The opportunities, it's a founder led with skin in the game. He's a visionary. They have a monopoly literally on digital credit. Like, it's not even close. Uniquely positioned to dominate fixed income markets. S&P 500 inclusion. Let's go. That's going to happen. Risk says Bitcoin extinction event. That's real. Negative carry risk and counterparty risk. So these are the risks. Like, we have to identify and acknowledge the risks. Bitcoin could go to zero. There could be a negative carry risk if Bitcoin does not do well. A counterparty risk. If somebody at strategy somehow completely blows things up, that's a risk. I mean, that's the world that we're living in. Hopefully, we have the team and the minds in place that can never happen. But of course, it could happen. But by the way, because it can happen, those are things that suppress the stock price that allow us to get in at the price point that we're getting in at. So it's truly, in my opinion, an opportunity. And now we have a great clip from Michael Saylor coming up as soon as we get back from thanking our sponsors. Michael Saylor just made an $835 million bet buying the Bitcoin dip. Right now, Bitcoin's fallen almost 40% off its October high, and the big money is buying the dip. What's your strategy? Now might be a great time to convert your IRA or 401k to Bitcoin with the help of Bit IRA. Plus, you can fund it with pre-tax funds, then continue to invest in it over time as you do any other retirement account. Bit IRA protects your assets with end-to-end insurance, highly secure storage, multi-encryption, and registered with the US government. Your IRA is fully IRS compliant. Best of all, you can trade crypto within your retirement account without incurring taxes on any buys or sells. Just go to bitira.com/JLD and request a free info guide. Once you do that and open your IRA, you'll get a free ledger. Bitcoin has proven time and time again to rebound, every cycle going from a higher low to a higher high. With Strategy's latest purchase, Michael Saylor clearly believes Bitcoin is at a discount. Time for you to get in too. Go to bitira.com/JLD to open a tax-sheltered IRA in Bitcoin. When you want more for your business, start with Northwest Registered Agent and get access to thousands of free guides, tools, and legal forms to help you launch and protect your business all in one place. Build your complete business identity with Northwest today. Your business identity is more than your logo or website. It's everything that defines who you are and how you operate, from what your customers see to what they don't, like operating agreements, meeting minutes, and compliance paperwork. With Northwest, you'll get more for your business, more privacy, more guidance, and more free resources than you'll find anywhere else. For nearly 30 years, Northwest Registered Agent has helped entrepreneurs form, grow, and protect their businesses. They're the largest registered agent and LLC service in America, powered by over 1,500 corporate guides, real people who know the local laws and can help you every step of the way. Don't wait. Protect your privacy, build your brand, and get your complete business identity in just 10 clicks and 10 minutes. Visit www.northwestregisteredagent.com/JLD free and start building something amazing. Get more with Northwest Registered Agent at www.northwestregisteredagent.com/JLD free.
The idea is digital money, high-powered money based on Bitcoin. That's the idea, not my idea, right? I mean, it popped up many years ago in the Bitcoin community. So if you want to create high-powered money, you need to strip the vol and you need to integrate it into the currency system of the world. And so I think it's a simple three-step process. You start with digital capital, you layer on digital credit, and then a third party, a bank or a money manager, actively manages it and then puts the regulatory approval on it and then markets it and brands it to create digital money. Vanguard can create it, BlackRock can create it, Emirates Bank can create it, Deutsche Bank can create it, Morgan Stanley can create it, JP Morgan can create it. Do you not agree with me that those are all much better brands with much better distribution, with much better platforms than my company?
Yeah.
Right. So a successful business strategy is not compete with everybody and be intentionally, obnoxious. Like, we don't need to topple the United States government. We don't need to topple the banking system. We don't need to topple the dollar. We don't need to topple the credit market. We don't need to topple the commercial banks, the investment banks. We don't need to replace any of them. What we need to do is figure out how to make them successful and make them the best version of themselves, right? So in this particular case, you take STRC, you take a digital credit instrument, and you offer it as the universal, financial sweetener, right? As the feedstock. It's diesel or kerosene. It's like I show up in Saudi Arabia and I got gasoline. What I don't have is service stations and auto dealerships and highways and auto manufacturers and driver's education schools and police force and garages. And do I want to create all that? No. I just literally want to sell tankers worth of gasoline, and I want some local business. It's like, if I should happen to find someone that already has all that stuff,
why build it?
I would like to say, well, here, I'm going to give you something 10 times better than what you're currently running your industry on, and then you get to get rich.
I mean, that sounds like a good deal. Is this part?
Now here's the most important question. If I offer you a digital credit instrument that pays you, say, right now it's 11% dividend tax deferred, but let's say it's 10% to make the math easy. I give you 10% dividend income on a digital credit instrument. How much do you want to buy? It's like infinite. Okay, what's the market for that? The market for that literally is 10, 20, 30 trillion dollars. Okay, then the question is, why wouldn't you buy it? What's keeping you from buying that? Like, if I'm going to give you something which is 10% yielding, and you can build any bank account or any money market fund, private or public, or any stable coin or anything on top of it. Okay. And if the market right now is $300 trillion of credit offering 5%, and we're offering 10%, by the way, it's 10% tax deferred. So it's really 15% blended. So if we have something which is 3 times better than the rest of the world, why wouldn't you buy it? Tell me.
I mean, I don't know why you won't, but I guess the only reason someone maybe won't buy it is if they didn't trust the sort of Bitcoin backed side of it.
Okay, well, we can rifle through them. Okay, I wouldn't buy it because I don't believe I think Bitcoin's going to zero tomorrow. I don't trust Bitcoin. Then I don't buy it because I don't trust the credit of the issuer. For example, I want to sell you $10 billion of this instrument, but I've only got $1 billion of Bitcoin to back it. You see?
Yeah.
If the issuer isn't creditworthy, I wouldn't buy it. And then the third reason I wouldn't buy it is because I think the management team is distracted by other things. And that's a very long-winded answer to your question. Why wouldn't I want to be a bank? And the fourth reason I wouldn't buy it is because the person that's offering it to me wants to compete with me.
So the answer to the question is because you don't want to get distracted. You want to focus on what you're doing right now.
Laser focus. Like, if you've created the world's greatest product, and if you have a vision for a digital transformation of the monetary system of the world and the banking system of the world and the credit markets of the world, if that vision is digital credit built on digital capital, then why wouldn't you focus on that? Everything else is a dilutive distraction, right? Like, you have the world's greatest product. You can either sell $1 trillion of it, or you can go find the next thing. You understand that your odds of actually succeeding at the first thing go down exponentially if you come up with a second idea. What's the second best? There is no second best.